Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life of Logan TV. And when you're coming in the door, if you would be so kind to just make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell as well so you always are notified whenever I drop one of these fire videos. And on today's video, I want to talk about the 90-10 rule as it applies to life. I don't remember exactly who said the quote, but it's one of my favorite quotes of all time, that in life, 90% of what happens in life is basically how you react to it. And then the remaining 10% is what actually has happened. So it's basically just reacting to things. And that's really what our life is about. How we react to things. Now, there are some things that we may react to that we overreact to. I know I've done it before. And that's just kind of like a normal human thing where we react to things and we think that it's the end of the world and it's gloom and doom, and you kind of have that woe is me type of attitude. But did it actually happen the way that you see it? Perception is sometimes your enemy. Sometimes you can perceive things to be a certain way, but then you go deeper down in the wormhole and you find out that, no, it's not really that way. It's not really how I thought it was. I thought this was basically going to be the end of my life, when in actuality, this gave me a new lease on life. This changed my life for the better, when I thought that it was all over. The 90-10 rule. How does it apply to you? How does it apply to you in your life? Can you use it to help better yourself? Because when you look at your life, is your life really what you think it is, or is it just that 90%? You are taking all these other things. Maybe you're taking things that people have said, taking things that people have done. You're letting trauma affect you, and it is stopping you from actually living that 10% of life of what has actually happened. And it's stopping you from actually seeing what has actually happened to you, and how this is pulling you away from the drama, the chaos, and just a bunch of things that we don't have to deal with, but we silently tell ourselves in our minds that we have to deal with certain things. And as we talked about before, change is something that you have to go through in life. You cannot escape change. You cannot stay in your comfort zone forever. It doesn't work like that. Eventually, something will happen and you will have to move from your comfort zone. Now, you can either move willingly or you can be forced to move. And as we've talked about again on here, you don't ever want to be forced to move at any moment. Move when you have the opportunity. Move while you still can. Like they say, a body in motion stays in motion. You need to constantly stay in motion, going from one thing to the next thing, not letting your perception, that 90% of how we see life, letting that impact you and have you thinking that, oh, well, I have to stay here. If I don't stay here, then where will I go? If I go here, I might fail. And you might, true enough. But you know what? You know, a quick way to not fail and to not advance also is to continue to stay where you are. It's to continue to stay where you are. It's to continue to let that 90% impact you. That 90%, the things that we tell ourselves in our mind, the things that we silently tell ourselves, and the things we probably say to ourselves out loud, that 90% about how we feel about our life. And, you know, you see people out here talking about, man, my life sucks, or, you know, I ain't gonna never say my life sucks. And even though I might have some bad things going on, but hey, you know what, man, I'm having the best day of my life. How about that? How's your day? Because I'm having the best day of my life. And I'm going to keep on having the best day of my life, because I know what it's like to be on that 90% side and end up and you end up telling yourself, and you end up perceiving things like a different way, and it's all this gloom and doom and woe is me. And then when you look at that 10% and what actually happened, dang, I overreacted. I really overreacted, because it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But the 90 was telling me something. The 90 was telling me otherwise. And Look at it like this. Apply it to your life. Is which one is working harder, the 90 or the 10? Or the things that you're telling yourself 90% of the time, are they actually what has happened during the 10% of your life? Or are you just imagining it? Is it a perception issue? Think about it and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But y'all, this has been another episode of Life of Logan TV. Thank you for watching these videos. On your way out the door, please don't forget, if you have not subscribed, do that. Hit the notification bell, comment, share, and keep the party going. Like the video as well, too. Almost forgot about that. Until next time, y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.